Acho. The Cowboys are an incredible football team, Sal, and I have been building my confidence in the Cowboys as the Cowboys have been building their W's in the win column.
Smart man.
I think that no player, no team can stop the Dallas Cowboys. Only one thing can stop the Dallas Cowboys. One thing and one thing only.
Let's go.
Mike McCarthy. That is the only thing that can stop these Dallas Cowboys. What I've realized is the Cowboys are winning in spite of Mike McCarthy. They are not winning because of Mike McCarthy. Them Dallas Cowboys are winning in spite of their head coach.
Did you roll your T?
Them Dallas Cowboys are winning in spite of their head coach. I'm thinking about 3 pivotal mistakes.
All right.
Cowboys, y'all going to Foxborough. Y'all are going to win that game. You all are the favorites in Vegas. You all are the favorites on the football field. Only one way that they can win the game is if you do some dumb things.
Yeah.
First quarter, 4th and 1, at your own 30. You go for it on 4th down. Y'all don't convert. 3 plays later, New England Patriots take the lead. Cowboys, if y'all make the Patriots play from behind, Matt Jones can't shoot out with Dak Prescott. But if the Patriots can play from in front, you can keep them in the game.
Okay.
Later on in the game, 3 minutes left, 4th and 2. Mike McCarthy, you decide to not go for it and kick a 51-yard field goal? Since 2010, just do the math. Percentages, the exact same that you can convert on 4th and 2 or that you will hit a field goal of 50+. You decide to go for it, Mike McCarthy, you don't get it. Second pivotal mistake. Third pivotal mistake. Okay, now, Cowboys, y'all got the ball back. Y'all are about to kick a field goal to tie the game up. McCarthy, let the play clock run all the way down and then call timeout to kick the field goal. Don't call timeout with 20 seconds left, 24 seconds to be exact.
Don't do that.
Kick the field goal. Now it's good, but now you give the Patriots 20 seconds to either return a kickoff back, maybe run a play, get a penalty, and now throw a Hail Mary. McCarthy made 3 pivotal mistakes in that Cowboys game. He goes for it on 4th and 1 in the first quarter. He doesn't go for it on 4th and 2 in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left. And then you leave the Patriots 20 seconds left. Nothing can stop the Dallas Cowboys. No team, at least.
No team?
The only person that can stop the Dallas Cowboys wears a star on their hat. That's head coach Mike McCarthy.
Acho, you were prepping while you were pulling and pushing out there.
Prep and curl.
Real good. There's some holes in your argument, and I would just like to highlight those holes and receive my check for doing such, because that's my job. All right, what's stopping the Cowboys from winning the Super Bowl? First thing, you already leaped past that, is the process. Let's just use simple math and logic, and let's make them meet right here. Simple math and logic would tell you you have a 1 in 32 chance of winning the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But all teams aren't equal. So the Jacksonville Jaguars or Detroit Lions don't have a 1 in 32 chance. So that increases the opportunity for teams like Dallas that are uber talented and playing well. What's stopping the Cowboys from winning the Super Bowl? I just said process. Only one is going to win it, so let's just start there. Let's go to the second step. What's stopping the Cowboys from winning this Super Bowl? Well, they're going to have to face some team. One, maybe multiple teams that is going to be battle-tested and warmed up for that moment. You know about it because you were in the gym this morning. Finally, you were starting to hang a little bit, a little too much in these streets, winning in them Emmys. And Acho, you know about being warmed up, being ready for that moment.
Yes,
the
sir.
Dallas Cowboys, are they ready for magic moments when it comes playoff time? Let's say their adversary is the Green Bay Packers. A little more ready for that moment. Let's say the adversary is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A little more ready for those moments. What's stopping the Cowboys from winning the Super Bowl is what we saw yesterday. Too many points left off the scoreboard because of their mistakes, and this team is 29th in the NFL in penalty yardage. You know what that means? Self-inflicted wounds. Now, you want to say there's no team out there that can stop the Cowboys, and I just sit there once again and say, they're 5-1. I sit there and say in logic, they've lost a game to who? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who I just brought up. Point being, we know that the Cowboys can lose a game, and if you lose a game before the Super Bowl, guess what? You're not winning the Super Bowl. But let's get deeper than this. Let's get deeper than just what's obvious. And let me defend Mike McCarthy. Let me defend the star on his hat.
Please. He needs it.
Acho, how many Super Bowl rings you have?
Me either. None,
Me either.
I have none.
Me either. Okay, so let's just say there was a collection of guys like us all sitting there ringless, right? And then there was one guy, just one guy. He just so happens by job title to be the leader of all of us men. And he sits there and says, do you guys want to be led to the promised land? Wouldn't we say yes? And then he would say, well, let me lead you. Why would Acho raise his hand and say, I don't know about you, coach? Why would you do that, Acho, when this guy is the reason why these guys now have the vision and actually the plan, the map to get to the promised land? There's only one head coach for this team. And this one head coach just happens to be one of 9 that has a Super Bowl ring. So you just think it's magically appearing that all of a sudden the Cowboys' aspirations of Super Bowl championship are coming out of the dust of the air, when in reality, it's because the guy who has that on his hat has actually already been there.
So
Don't you ever try to interrupt me again. Sal.
My dad got his PhD, his doctorate degree in psychology several years back.
I
respect it as well. He got it several years back. And I remember when I was maybe in high school or something, my dad is studying. He's working, arduously, just studying. Something like, Dad, what are you studying for? PhD. And he's like, I have to retake an exam to continue to certify my degree. That's what doctors have to do every 7 to 10 years. Now, even younger doctors, every 2 to 3 years. Because just because you earned a title once upon a time does not mean you are still fit educationally, does not mean you are still fit based upon qualifications of your mindset.
We're not fat shaming up here, Fit.
Redeem that title. Every 7 to 10 years, doctors got to retake their board, so to speak, to maintain their title. How long ago did Mike McCarthy win a Super Bowl? I'll wait.
2010.
Seems about 7 to 10 years now. Now, if doctors,
he don't want a PhD.
If doctors got to go back to make sure they're still certified in their qualifications, don't you think you should handle, or at least you should perceive Mike McCarthy to maybe, I don't know, every 7 to 10 years, show me something.
Wow.
Because Mike McCarthy has losing seasons in 3 consecutive years. And all I'm saying is this. If I'm trusting individuals, what you mean? It's 3 consecutive losing seasons.
Retired. You break it up.
18. Oh, it don't matter. Broken up and not broken up. He still got the 3.
Break it up.
The first thing I'm looking at is Mike McCarthy. Now, because you challenged me to go a little bit deeper, and because this show, we go a little bit deeper, there is one more thing I look at, Sel, and I look at the Cowboys Run Defense. Now, on paper, y'all, Cowboys Run Defense looks stout. I believe they're 9th in the National Football League as far as yards per game that they allow. But they're 17th in the National Football League in yards per attempt. The Cowboys haven't been stressed as far as a run defense, but if and when they are, I think that's when they break.
They were basically in a shootout with the New England Patriots. Look, if we're talking about Super Bowl aspirations, what also shouldn't be in that conversation is shootouts with the New England Patriots at this stage of their development. Look at the Dallas Cowboys and their talent level. It has to materialize to be a greater distance between them and teams like the New England Patriots. I don't want to keep defending Mike McCarthy, but
you shouldn't, because you're going to go down with him.
No.
You're going to go down with him, so if you keep doing this now.
Only
go down.
34 head coaches have won a Super Bowl in NFL history, and 13 have won more than 1. So he is sitting there, in my math, 14th all time of all head coaches, because only 13 have won multiple, 34 have won 1. But you want to slight that guy, and you want to also make them redeem their certificate. Okay, you can go there, but you can't go here with me.
Where?
The Dallas Cowboys, when they get to those money moments, those magic moments, Ezekiel Elliott, talk about him. Where was he yesterday? Okay, not the same, but look, 4.1. We ain't tripping on the yards per carry. A little down from his season average, but still good enough, efficient enough. Dak Prescott took over that game. You know what took over that game? The fact that they have so many weapons. I can tell you what happened without going to the big board and sweating. If you look, shut up, really silly, because you know it would happen. Here's the thing that happened to the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. When you saw Bill Belichick have to go and double team players that typically don't get double teamed, like a Schultz down in the red zone, you start to realize that they have so many weapons that you got to pick your poison with the Dallas Cowboys. So what do? They picked their poison and trying to stop the running game. Dak Prescott went off. You look at them picking their poison and trying to stop that running game, all of a sudden receivers go off. CeeDee Lamb is like, oh, you're going to double team Schultz? Well, thank you very much. I will go off. That's why I have so much confidence in the Dallas Cowboys. But what's going to stop them from winning the Super Bowl? It's like anything. That moment when it comes Green Bay versus Tampa Bay last year. Green Bay flinched going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Why? Because their leader was Tom Brady. The leader of this team is Dak Prescott. But he is a lone ranger in terms of that maturity and leadership, and I think that's going to come up to bite him.
So what I think is, if all things are equal, which they are for the Dallas Cowboys talent-wise with every other team in the National Football League, at this point, based on Dak Prescott's ascension, I think the Cowboys roster can keep up with anybody else's roster based on Dak Prescott's ascension.
When does that ever matter, though?
So what's the differentiating factor?
Yeah.
For me, it's coaching. Talk Packers-Bucks game. We know what came down to that 3rd and 8, came down to that 4th.
That wasn't coaching.
It was.
That was Aaron Rodgers saying,
But Matt LaFleur did not go for it, and that ended up being the difference in the game.
Okay, go for it.
We can talk because you was at the game, Cowboys-Chargers. I believe you were there. Remember when Mike McCarthy, he kicks a 56-yard field goal, still gets bailed out by the grace of God. Greg Leg did it for him.
Young Jeezy.
But why did you not call timeout sooner? Run a play, run a quick out, do something, get closer so that Greg the Leg ain't got to kick a 56-yarder and bail you out.
Kellen Moore is sabotaging him. That's Kellen Moore's play.
No.
You know it is, but I'm going to let you know.
Time management is on Mike McCarthy. Kellen Moore's on play calling.
He got a lot on his plate.
But time management is Mike McCarthy.
You better watch that relationship. I'm just letting you know.
If all things are equal and everything is equal for the Cowboys, they're as talented as the Bucks, they're as talented as the Rams, they're as talented as the Cardinals, they're as talented as the Ravens, they're as talented as the Bills. The Chiefs ain't playing really well right now, so I don't even want to put the Chiefs in the conversation. Cowboys are as talented as the Packers. Then I look at who has the coach that helps or who has the coach that hurts. The Cowboys are winning in spite of Mike McCarthy.
Who has the coach that gets them over the hump? Right. Because last year I looked at this team. They were 17th ranked in points. Quarterback missing most of the season, obviously. This year they're 2nd. I look at the coach that gets the improvement from 14th ranked to 1st ranked in terms of yards. And in any other situation, you would give that credit to the coach, saying, oh, he's navigating them in the right way. Same way in Green Bay. His first year. Oh, here you go. First year in Green Bay, 8-8. Second year in Green Bay, 13-3. Oh, and what did I tell you when they hired him? It's going to go like this. And what is it doing right now? Just that. Now, when I predict that, it's only prediction because I know his resume. I know how Mike McCarthy puts his fingerprints of success on an organization. He's done this before. He's doing this again. But you don't want to make the attachment between what he's done before and what he's doing right now.
Because there is, and we've talked about this before, an erroneous correlation. The reason Mike McCarthy is doing this is because he started here because Dak Prescott got hurt. Dak Prescott came back, hence the ascension. The ascension is not on Mike McCarthy. The ascension is on Dak Prescott.
Riding Aaron Rodgers before, riding Dak Prescott now. Excuse me, Bill Belichick had to ride Tom Brady, even though he helped groom him and helped make him. Point being, what coach is out there winning games without their star quarterback, franchise quarterback? Ask Pete Carroll about that right now. Ask Sean Payton about that right now.
Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin
doesn't win. Stop.
Mike Tomlin has a winning record
Pete Carroll without them. They just beat Geno Smith. They just beat Geno Smith.
I'm saying, if you look at the Cowboys, what's the Cowboys' biggest weak link? That's really all it comes down to.
Biggest weak link.
It's not the offensive line because they've been balling.
No.
It's not the running back no more. They've been balling.
Mind over matter.
It's not Dak Prescott. He's been
Mind over
balling.
matter.
It's not the receivers. He's been balling.
It's
not the pass rush. He's been balling. It's not the DBs. They've been
ain't
balling.
the pass rush.
No, I said it ain't the pass rush. They've been balling.
No, they haven't been balling.
Gregory? Yesterday?
You can name a guy. I can name a guy, too. They're 22nd in getting after the quarterback. Like, is that balling or is that, you got Randy Gregory when he out there doing his thing? DeMarcus Lawrence?
He ain't even in right now.
Thank you. That's my point. They ain't getting after the quarterback. But keep going. I don't want to interrupt you with facts.
It's not the DBs. So it's the linebacking core and the stand-up linebacking core, not to be confused with the pass-rushing linebacking core. And it is the head coach.
Are you playing Madden right now? Because I just finally played Madden the other day at my little cousin's birthday party. Here's the thing. Madden's fun. I've been off since 1995. I've been off him, and I don't want to get hooked on it, but you're playing Madden right now.
Why you say that?
Because they have this thing called overall score. I noticed this, and everybody picks the team with the highest overall score, right? You know about that. That's what you're doing right now. You overall talent. I'm picking that team. That team doesn't always win a championship. Last year, you can make the argument it did because they added a leader to all of that talent. But Dak Prescott is the proper leader for this team. So does he have the support and leadership when you're going to need it in those magical moments? The thing that's going to stop the Cowboys is not talent. It's not coaching. It's not play calling. It's, are you ready for when it's presented to you?
Who gets them ready?
A loss.
Exactly.
A loss.
Exactly.
A loss. A loss.